It's me, it's M.A.P. Miles Amadeus Prower here of our Black Man Podcast to tell you about It's Like a Podcast or whatever. It's Like a Podcast, or the shortened term, Alapow, is a great podcast. It covers any and everything you could ever think of asking. Covers wrestling, feminism, religion, things that you wouldn't even think of, like is Martin Payne insane? They even crowned the blurred god. So if you need a podcast that's going to stimulate your mind, make you laugh, and make you think, check out It's Like a Podcast or whatever. You can take it from me, Miles Amadeus Prower, because I wouldn't lie, nor would I troll you. Isn't that right, man? It's Like a Podcast and our Black Man Podcast, both parts of the Hyphen Podcast Group.
This is the
Black Man Podcast. Offensively Black.
It's me, it's M.A.P. Yo, what up, though? If you're hearing me, you know, it's our Black Man Podcast. This is episode 17, I believe. Try and knock this out on a Sunday so I can have it ready for y'all on Monday. Probably more than likely. I'm not going to have it done today. But, okay, I got some news for y'all. Kind of hinted at it on the Instagram and whatnot. Oh, man, before I forget. Got my wife here. I don't want to be a jerk to you guys. My wife, Ebby, here. Wife, you want to say hi to the people?
Hello, people.
Yes, what's up? So we're going to be talking about some stuff, and she's going to be helping her get used to being on the mic and stuff, because she's going to have her awesome, great, big podcast coming up. So I want to help her out, you know, so she can outshine me, and then I can be on some Stedman shit. Anyway, big news, like I said. Well, I guess big news. I don't know. Like I always said, world domination was always the motive. So but yeah, anyway, I am now part of the Hyphen Podcast Group. I joined them, talked to them. It's pretty good stuff. I appreciate mutual respect. And so that's what it is now. Same thing, nothing changes. Just some more drops, more reach for everybody, and it's going to be cool for everybody. So that's what that is. So with that being said, step 2 of my plan is complete. On to step 3. I'm not going to tell y'all what step 3 is. My wife knows what step 3 is. But anyway, yeah, step 2 complete. And not to say that was exactly like to, you know, get with them, which is cool. I'm not mad, you know, but my step 2 was to try to get to another level and, you know, get my stuff acknowledged. And I think that happened, and it's cool. And my man, E, put a good word in for your boy. And so that's cool. Anyway, just finished cutting this my promo, saying my announcement. It's real cool. Y'all got to hear it. So I'm kind of on some Ric Flair shit. I had to tone it down, though, you know, because it's not just me. But anyway, yeah, just finished that up. And while doing that, listening to music, and I was talking to my wife earlier, and we was talking about, you know, my father and my father. And it was just crazy how I was telling her, like, people was like, you know how Iron Man make his suits and they got Mark 1, Mark 2. And it's like different generations of what the standard for man and woman was. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, back, you know, my father, her father, niggas born in the 50s, you know, around that time, mid to late 50s and stuff. It's just how it was, you know, niggas, even if they had flaws, nigga could be mean or whatever, or even like, oh, that nigga's a jerk. But that nigga cleans up nice as hell, though. Nigga took care of business. Nigga could be an alcoholic, but damn it, them niggas was functioning alcoholics. And it's just, you know, and just even at the worst, the niggas had poise. You know what I'm saying, wife? And, you know, it's like they had poise, they had style, and you know, you don't see that no more, you know what I'm saying? Just the style of dress. And I remember, I don't know, maybe because I'm older now, my definition, and I guess I, by all terms, am that definition to somebody else, maybe to my daughters, of what a man should be. But I just find that crazy, you know, and it's just, I guess that's part of getting older, even with the music, you know, we listen to, and me and my wife sit back and listen to Phyllis Hyman and a lot of other stuff, and it's just like, damn, they don't make shit like this no more. Nothing of substance. And, you know, you look at stuff and it's just like, damn, man, I saw this shit. What was that? A little blurry? This little white boy out here with a little boosie, and I'm looking at this junk like, dog, what kind of coonery is this shit? You do this shit. This nigga talking about his diamonds and shit. Like, what are you talking about? Now people are just making music for the sake of making music? I remember it used to be when you made a song, you had Like, if you made a song and you was an R&B ass nigga, if you wasn't fucking, you had to make a song about being sensitive and talking to girls. You couldn't be a sexy flexy nigga talking that shit if you wasn't a sexy flexy looking ass nigga. Or if you had to be on, everybody had their lane. Now it's anybody can do anything. Niggas can go out talking about killing, like, you ain't no killer. But I say that shit that almost sound like I know what I'm talking about, though. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. And, just everything. It's just, like I was just telling my wife, we had just took a picture. I took a picture for the Instagram, and it's just a lot of this stuff, it just irritates me. Because I feel like I'm cool when I'm with the whole manufacturing an image, a reality, and and not so much in the reality, just so much as just the realm of the world where your creation or whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like a lot of that junk. Sorry, excuse me. Wife talking too much.
I just don't want to interrupt you.
No,
you
go
seem
ahead,
like you...
do it.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'll jump in.
Me say what you got to say. That's what people was liking last time. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that's my damn train of thought.
That's exactly why I didn't want to interrupt.
That's cool. I'm used. If I get used to you talking, it's like I'm talking and like, okay, then you say something like, oh wow, where that came from?
Okay, gotcha. I got you.
But as we were. But yeah, and I get the whole thing of manufacturing stuff, but it's like now you don't know what's real no more. You look like, oh man, that's a candid little moment. Was it? Or did them niggas take 8 pictures to make you think that shit, which kind of just undoes the whole thing? And it's kind of like when I do the podcast and stuff, and I don't know, I guess I'm just a moody ass, artist ass nigga. Because it's like, with the promotion, I'll make this stuff to make people want to listen to your shit. And I get the whole point, it's a business. But at the end of the day, it's like, when is it about what you're doing anymore? And I don't know, just for me, you get so caught up in promoting and people listening to your stuff, and then it's like, when's the last time you made an episode, Maps? I don't know, nigga, but I got 48 listens today. But yeah, you haven't made a new episode in 3 months. Oh, damn. And it's just the whole call, and people get mad because then they hold you to the standard of this shit you created. And then you're like, that's not me. I'm different. That's what the fuck he was putting out this whole time, though. I don't know. I think Bang was talking about people change and, you can't write like how you used to be because that's not who you are anymore. And I don't say that to disagree with it. I agree with it. It's just funny to me because my whole thing was, I remember when I was younger, I told my best friend, I'm like, dog, I'm going to be the realest nigga alive. He's like, for real? I'm going to always say what the hell I mean all the time, and I'm never going to compromise. For the most part, I did. I've compromised with some stuff, but for the most part, I am pretty much the same as I've always been, And I guess some people would say that's no growth. I don't know. I've grown a lot, and I guess to grow is to change. And I found out even with my girls and stuff, I've changed a lot and made a lot of compromises and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me with the whole artist thing and just living what you're talking what you're living. But I don't know. And that's the thing I don't like about some of this stuff. It's like it gets to the point of not the content of just the point of putting it out. I have to have this ready. Like the other day I had some shit. I recorded it. And I'm like, all right, I got this message down. And I felt bad. Like halfway through, I'm like, I didn't like it. And I knew I didn't like it. But I'm like, if I finish this now, I have this shit done and it'll be like for Monday. And I thought about that shit and I'm like, I sound like I'm talking like I do at work. I don't give a fuck as long as it's just done. I don't want to be like that. It's something I like. So I had to delete it. And I had some shit. I was talking about some shit yesterday. I recorded something with my wife. It didn't work out the way I wanted to. Basically saying that just with that, and I guess and then like nobody missed it, but the whole point I was saying on that is that, I have to learn to live outside of myself sometimes. And I don't know if other people need to feel the same way or understand like that, for me, and I feel bad, and I don't know, is it because I'm crazy or megalomaniac or something? It's just like, in my life, the most annoying thing on a consistent level are people. People. It's just different kinds of people. It's the people I love, the people I tolerate, the people I'm paid to be around. People I love, I don't mind. Get on my damn nerves, but I don't mind. It's cool. But it's just like from the moment I wake up to the moment I get home, it's just obstacles, you know. And that's just kind of frustrating. And then you add a podcast to that, and, you know, husbandry, and trying to be a dad. And I'll be real with you. Being a dad, it's not hard if you're not doing it right. It's easy as hell if you're not doing it right. Hard as fuck if you are doing it right. I don't know. No matter how hard or whatever I feel, I look at my wife and how tired she is on a regular basis. And makes me want to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Because she's out here doing this and, you know. So what you think, wife?
I'm listening to you. You're doing good. You're doing good. I'm listening to you.
All right.
I'm interested in what you're saying. Look, everything you're saying sounds good to me. I'm sitting over here agreeing with you like, mm-hmm.
But, you know, and it's just a lot of this stuff. I don't know. And basically I wanted to just touch on some stuff. And like I said, the Hyphen Podcast thing, that's I'm kind of amped about that. You know, so I'm kind of like the, I guess you could say the Batmans of the Justice League, or the Black Panther to the Avengers, or you could also say Wolverine to the Avengers. But besides that, I was just thinking, like, me and my wife were talking, and I don't know, I saw a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people liked what we did last time and appreciated the stuff we was talking about and whatever. So I figured I'd try it again, you know, have her back and see how this go. Got a new setup for recording, so I hope this works out pretty well. But yeah, one thing I can definitely say, and is I hate to sound lame saying this because my wife is here, but I don't know, I'm just feeling really good spirits, which I think is probably bad because I'm probably going to end up being really anxious or paranoid or something because I have a very big aversion to happiness. And I don't know, because like I said, with the whole podcast thing and just being around my wife and around my kids, it just inspires me and makes me think of stuff. Makes me want to create. And it's dope because I have this little bubble that I live in that's not the real world. And it's great as long as I don't have to leave it. Then as soon as I do leave it, you know, it's work and bullshit. Sometimes they send bullshit from out there into my bubble, like bills and, you know, shit like that. But, you know, I've just been really happy. It just, you know, my stuff, sometimes get my numbers for the podcast. A couple of days, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had no plays at all. None. But it's cool. I'm happy even if I get 10 a day. As long as it's in the double digits, I'm happy. But even if I get 3, 2, whatever, I'm happy. And with that, again, ties back into trying not to get stuck into the whole got to get the numbers up. For me, I would rather have people connect and say shit and talk. That's more important to me than, because I don't know who's the fuck listening to me and how they quantify the plays and shit. You know, a motherfucker could just put play, pause, come back, play, pause it again. Like, that's 3 plays. Nigga ain't heard the whole thing once. You know. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me see that book, wife. Got a couple topics trying to get something so I can go back and forth with the woman lady. Pick one. We just had some topics we had wrote down. So I'm going to do some video stuff with my wife. It's going to be pretty cool. And just I don't want to hijack too many of our ideas because she got some really good ones on here. Let's see. Narrating what I'm doing, because if I don't, I was just sitting here listening to nothing. Let's see. I'm reading currently. I know what I'll talk about. Damn it. You hear my child down there? She's crying. I'm going to try to work through that shit because I'm not going to stop. Wow, if I had $1 for every time Bill Cosby said that. Anyway. I know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Don't stop the show. Right back. Got to tend to this chai. All right, I'm back. Anyway. I think I want to talk about, me and my wife was talking about this a while ago, and I thought it was an interesting thing, and she suggested that I share it with you guys. To the point that I was saying, I guess the topic was how ugly chicks be winning. Or rather, fat and ugly chicks be winning.
Why you gotta call them fat?
Well, I don't mean, I'm not, well, I only was want to say that because that's, okay, well, how would you have me word it?
Why you just can't say, like, unattractive women?
That just sounds like a nice way of saying ugly.
Just because they fat don't mean that they shouldn't.
Well, no, I don't mean, I'm going to say this. How about this? How basic and visually unappealing chicks be winning. How about that? All right. The reason why I was saying this is because a lot of chicks get mad. They get, dudes be always leaving bad chicks or, stepping out on bad chicks with questionable chicks. And it was funny that it made me think about, I remember I used to work at this one job. I ain't going to say where it is because I don't want to put anybody on blast. But I remember this one chick who used to work there. All the chicks there would talk so greasy about, like, oh, that ugly bitch. This and that, that. But it'd be funny, it's like on the low, that chick was banging a lot of guys. And they was like, oh, this and that. And the chick, and the dudes would play her to the left because, you want to, first, of course, you want to fuck a bad bitch. But, you want to holler at her on the low just in case the bad chicks ain't putting out, So, but pound for pound, they would get mad because, like, fine chicks, for lack of a better term, have standards, or a lot of chicks do have standards. And not to say all ugly chicks, just smut them out. But no, just saying it's typically across the board. This is what I have personally seen in my travels. The ones who are willing to work the hardest, being with the relationship, sex, whatever, typically, I can't say my wife's an exception. She's fine and she does everything. But those are the ones who will work harder because they know, I'm not supposed to have this nigga. So they be like, oh, shoot, you got your wifey, the chick or whatever. And of course, when you get in a relationship and you've been together for a while, you can't do the same shit that you used to. When you first got together, you just come in the house, grab her titties, put a titty up. All that shit. She's like, oh, you so crazy. Nigga, y'all been together a couple years. That shit's fucking disrespectful. Oh, what the fuck is you? She don't know you. When you did that shit, you was like, yep, the bitch I'm gonna marry. I could do this for the rest of my life. Now she's like, I don't do that. But you love her. So you ain't, because and this is the thing women get mad about. Wife say whatever the fuck she want. It's not fair and it's not even. Your woman can tell you your problems. Her problems, you can't tell her yours. Because a lot of times your shit be shit that's inconveniencing to her. Like I was saying yesterday. And this thing that got recorded, deleted. You can go out, let's say you and your woman. What?
Just beeping.
Oh, shit. Hold up, yo. Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. It's always something. Thank God for digital stuff. The SD card on the recorder my wife was using got full. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, and, I was saying how, like, in a relationship, man can't really say what he feels because women don't really, they want to hear, but they don't. And like I said, it's unfair, and it's because, like example, you say you're going out with your woman. Let's say you could be like, all right, listen, I'm about to get this meal. Whatever I get, I got these fries, okay? Now listen, I don't want to give you no fries, but I will buy you as many fries as you want. Just don't touch my fries, okay? All right, because I'm going to go home after I get done with this, smoke, play my game, eat, got all the stuff lined up, okay? Yeah, I understand. All right, cool. Do you want some fries? No, I'm fine. So you're not going to touch none of my fries, right? Yeah, we understand this. Okay, cool. No problem. No, it's okay. All right, get your food and stuff. Food come. So, yeah, sorry, y'all, for the interruption. My kids is acting damn fools tonight. Anyway, so, yeah, like the food come and shit, you know what I'm saying? She like, let me get a fry. And you're like, man, we just talked about this shit. Why are you doing this? And then she gets mad because you flip out on her. Because you're like, nigga. Why would you
flip out about some fries?
Well, it's not even flip out. It's just more so the fact that we just had this conversation. You understood what I'm saying. And you're still asking. And the thing that's about it is that if the tables was turned, if you tried to get like, these are my strawberries. I had a certain amount of strawberries. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So don't touch them bitches, okay? You be like, damn, baby, let me get a bite of the one you eat now. No, nigga, I told you. And if you were to get an attitude the same way that she would about those fries, she would not fuck with you for like the longest. And the point with that is, I'm saying, a lot of times, women, y'all don't have no problem saying what the hell y'all feel. Because it's not like I'm going to get mad and withhold dick from you. It's not like I'm going to, because we can't really do anything like that. Women get mad, they don't want you to touch them. They go out their way to do all this extra shit. Oh, I don't want to, all this other stuff. Then you got to wait till your woman decides to get straight. And then everything is fine again. Side note, anybody out there in a relationship, if you can help it, Try it. If you have any problems, squash it before you go to sleep. Nothing's ever that big of a deal. Letting this shit go on any longer, it's just unnecessary. Especially depending if you're in a long-term relationship or you're somebody you're going to be with for a while. Different strokes for different folks.
Or you squash it when you're ready to talk.
Oh, yeah. I guess with that, know who you're with and know what works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Different rules for different people, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, and like, women can say whatever the fuck they want to a man. They don't have a problem with this and that, blah, blah. We really can't. You can't tell a woman, like, you know, like I said, the thing with the fries, you couldn't drive that point home, and eventually you would just end up just accepting it, which is a lot of times something we do, which is funny because you'll tell your woman, like, you're not just saying that just to say it, are you? No, there's no way I'm saying that. Oh, okay. But you and I both know that I can't say what I want all the time. It's a certain thing, but I guess it's just, I don't know. Like I said, it comes with the, bring it back to the quote unquote, here you go, stereotypically unappealing chicks winning. You can't go to your chick and be like, hey, you ain't, when we first got together, you was just like a dirty whore. I loved it. What happened? You know, oh, I got this job or this and that, or we had a kid or two, or, you know, shit change.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We got
I was about to say, I think that's where the whole side chick thing come in.
That's what I was about to get to that.
Yeah, I was going to say, not necessarily an unattractive chick.
But no, I was bringing that to that kind, because typically a lot of times if a nigga got a real fine chick, a lot of times their side chick is not really as fine as the main chick. And a lot of times when dudes have side chicks like that, or even rebound chicks, is because a lot of times when you get they go harder.
Because I was going to say, even if you are in a relationship with a woman that's not, as you say, stereotypically attractive, if y'all in a relationship, once y'all get to the point where y'all comfortable with each other, eventually her ugly side will come out, you know?
Right.
So I guess that's when the whole side chick thing come into play, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just, no, I mean, you're doing good. Yeah, I appreciate it. And it's just like I was just saying, for men, a lot of times, and me and my wife used to talk about this, that a lot of times, and I found out from just talking to her, women don't understand, like, how big of a deal sex and shit is to men.
No, they don't. I'm just finding it out myself.
You know?
Yeah.
And a lot of times I have to learn to look at that shit the way women look at that shit. And it's hard for me, but it's a little easier for me than it is for other people because I've grown up primarily in a family full of women, or predominantly women. And I had most female friends in my life. So I can kind of understand, like, you know, my mama used to tell my wife had, you know, broke it down to me a lot of times for women. They have to, you know, be in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can wake a nigga up out of sleep. You want some pussy? Yeah. Doesn't matter who? Nah. In that shoe, you can not like a chick. I can tell you times I've been out there, like, nigga, trying to bang this broad. It was good. Her friend, nigga. Oh, man. What you mean? I need you to run interference. Fuck. All right, let's do it, dude. For real? Yeah. I had to act like I was feeling some chicks I wasn't. And bang they ass the fuck out. And not liking they ass at all, just doing that shit for the love of pussy.
Wow.
Like, nigga, you like this bitch? Nah, I love pussy, though. I will accept this shit for, it's like, nigga, is that a good cheeseburger? Nah, I just like cheeseburgers in general, so I'm just not gonna turn a cheeseburger down. So you're not enjoying it? Nah, I'm just thinking of other cheeseburgers I liked. Well, I'm having this cheeseburger, wishing this cheeseburger was a little like that one. But because it's not as good as the other one, I don't really have to take my time. I just, whatever. You know. But, yeah, you know, and I mean, I'm not to say that some women don't do that. I've heard a lot of women. Shit, I known a chick who got an abortion and went out that day and went party and got fucked up. And hollered at a nigga. So, different strokes for different folks, you know. But for me, I just seen, and not sick as me, my fucking sex life is awesome. But for a lot of people.
You said what?
My fucking sex life is awesome. I have no fucking complaints.
Oh, okay.
Only complaints I have for my wife is that I can't see her when I go to work. But anyway.
She's sweet.
it's like a lot of that stuff. And for men, a lot of that junk is sexual. You know, you can't, and you know, when that goes back to say a lot of times, I said it before, women can't really, not all women sometimes can't handle the truth. And I said to prove that point, you can't, when a woman asks you what you like, when you met me, what made you want to talk to me? You can't tell her the truth. Nigga, I seen them titties, and I was just like, I had to wonder what they look like without a bra.
Ain't that what you said to me?
It was a little bit more eloquent like that, but it was something like that, and I want you to have all my children, and I'm going to marry you. And she did, and I did. So you can say some foul-ass shit to a chick as long as you marry her like a year or so later. You could be like, I'm gonna fuck you like a $2 whore. Man, down the swim out of her. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? And then the cool part is that you could tell that shit to your grandkids when you're old as fuck, when you're at the point where all the people who you cared thought about you are dead. You just say real fucked up shit. A family get together. Like, we just smile for grandma. Everybody here came out of my pussy or came out of somebody who came out. But that's fucked up. What are you gonna do? No one outranks me. Fun shit you can do. Anyway, that's why I look forward to getting old. Like I was saying about the whole thing, women, you can't tell your chick, you know, like, I just figured, you know, out of all your friends, probably the one I had the easiest shot to get with. What? But you can't say that shit. And a lot of that shit, I understand why. The only thing I say is fucked up as far as not being able to handle the truth. You can't tell a big titty chick, I saw you and I liked your big titties. That's fine. That's shallow as hell. Wasn't you wearing a low-cut shirt, though? And I'm sure you know that they be moving when you walking and shit, right? A chick with the fat ass. Nigga, you knew you had some skin-tight pants on. So you can't be like, I saw that fat ass and I had to see what was in front of it. That's fucked up. Fucked up part is, you could say that shit to a nigga, we would not be mad.
I don't know, but I think, like, at some point, a chick with big boobs or a big butt would know that that's initially what get men's attention. I'm saying. I just think that would be, like, common sense.
Yeah, I get you that. But some of them, they don't like to hear that shit. But you an exception. You know what I'm saying?
Never mind.
Well, of course you're an exception. That's why I saw you and I was like, this one must be mine and mine alone. But, you know, I can say that to you and you can understand and you can feel where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? As a lot of other chicks would be like, oh, wow, that's foul. But it'd be like, I thought you was cute. Now I wanted to see if I could maybe have sex with you. Nobody, like I said, no dude sees a chick like I saw you and you look like you was loyal as fuck. I'm a good judge of character and you look like you had good character.
I don't do say that, but that'd be some bullshit.
But you don't mean that shit. And that's another thing. I guess, even though getting off topic, fuck it, this is what I got wife here for. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Women act like, and I think it's funny that like, yeah, nigga, you got with me just to fuck me? What? Why else would I get with you? Not saying, I mean, let's keep it real. That's, I mean, women get with men because they like niggas and, you know, but it's sometimes, I mean, like you may get people like, I got with my wife. I thought she was fine. I met her on, you know, Facebook. Saw pictures and shit. Was like, oh, I need to holler at her. Got some play. And I worked my magic. Well, I ain't worked my magic. I just tried to be as sincere as fucking possible. And it worked out for me.
Something like that. But go ahead.
It worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I've always straight up and blunt and said what it was. But a lot of times I think, and I don't know where it comes from, and from what I've seen, I think it's because chicks are getting advice about men from other chicks, which makes no sense. Because what you got to say? Go ahead.
Other bitter chicks.
Yeah, other bitter chicks. And, you know, like I had chick. That's not how men think. Okay, let's raise our hand. Who here was born with a dick?
Yeah. I
was. I'm a man. So it's like men don't do that. I'm a man. Whatever I do is what a man does. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, a real man want to take a woman out and you don't care how much money you spend.
Did you see that that video that's going around where the girl was talking about she don't want to be with a man who take her out and use a credit card?
Yeah, I think I seen something like that.
That was stupid.
I don't even click. A lot of that shit just makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
And I just even that, and just female rappers like these, but they just sound like people who are going to get arrested. Like, what's this bitch name? I can't even think of these motherfuckers' names. It's just so ignorant. Hold on, I'm about to go look this shit up right now, because this shit is retarded. I gotta see this shit. Hold on. But yeah, it's just, but yeah, that chick, it had one where this chick got mad. Her man, took her to somewhere to eat, and he did something for her birthday. And she like, I don't want motherfuckers knowing it's my birthday. And like, wowed the fuck out and fucked up everything.
But some of that stuff, I don't know if it's true or if it's like
Fake.
staged.
And that's the thing I don't like. I've always just talking about earlier, fake reality. I don't know what the fuck is real no more.
Exactly. And I guess the bad part is that even if it is staged, you have some people who are easily influenced and will see that and think that that's how you're supposed to act.
Yep. Oh, that shit is real. Well, they did that shit and they got away with it. Well, let me try that shit. And it's like, nigga, no. And I can admit, because my kids could come to me and ask me, like, Dad, is that real? And I might fuck around and be like, I think so. I'm mad as fuck. I cannot find this shit right now, but I know it's on here. I'm probably like 1 page away. But I gotta show you this shit. Watch, this shit looks like unmitigated ignorance. All right, nah, that's not that one. That's Spice, but that shit looks ignorant too. Let's see. Where is this ignorance? Hold on, it's gotta be 1 more page. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, this shit is just retarded. I'm about to say fuck it, because I feel like I'm getting away from the fucking subject.
Well, just tell me about it.
It was
Tell
just,
us
I
about
can't
it.
even, it's just ignorance. It's just these chicks. It's like, it used to be about lyricism and shit. Now it's just about bitches rapping like niggas, talking about shit like niggas. And it's just like, I don't know. I like when chicks used to rap like chicks and look like chicks. It didn't sound like niggas.
Like Trina, Lil Kim.
I don't know. I really wasn't even fans of them.
Oh, you talking about like MC Light?
I liked MC Light though. But inside Quiet as Kept, MC Light got married. That shit blew my mind.
This concludes part 1 of episode 17 of the I Black Man podcast. Part 2 will be released this coming Monday. Sorry for any inconvenience.
Thanks for listening, and please download and subscribe so Daddy can stop being a Catholic slave.